left the room a fight once again, love. Yeah, we said some things we didn't mean, hun. I always start the fight and you put the fire out. I always say too much and I get jealous. I never hear you out and that is selfish. I always start the fight and you put the fire out. I'm sorry for the way we left things, I know you're hurting. I didn't mean to start a war, I'm still learning how to talk about my feelings. You know it is hard sometimes. Maybe I just need some time, some space to figure out how to give my only you. If you give me one more try, I might just realize that it will always be us two. Maybe I just need some time, some space to figure out how to keep my only you. If you give me one more try, I might just realize that it will always be us two. Always keep my guard up and I'm sorry. I built my walls so high you couldn't climb them.
So, hello everyone, welcome to a brand new vlog. I was just getting ready and listening to a video podcast type of content that my friend yesterday shared with me that talks about the ultra-processed childhood. And that was so interesting and eye-opening in many ways. You know, like when you listen to that and you're a parent, you obviously start checking yourself. How much of what seems to be harmful for your child are you doing? But at the same time, you also double question things that are being said because, you know, like, is this person qualified enough to make that statements? Is there educational background standing, research standing behind? Tap on my shoulder, I must say that I'm pretty happy the way we do things we do with Leia. And with that being said, I obviously want to exclude any kind of snobbery out of the context, because as soon as you start talking about the child nutrition, you can very easily slide into judgmental mode of how others do things, to each their own. But maybe because of the fact that Leia never really ate liquid, you know, like pureed food, I never reached out to purchase any. So we did baby led weaning, and even there we were having quite slow start because she was not very keen on the diverse type of foods that I was proposing to her. But eventually she developed into a good eater, I would say, overall, as long as we eat along, which is a precondition for her. But also there was a period where she discovered the snacks and loved to try them. But recently, like past few months, she tries them and drops it. So it was sort of a waste of money. So I altogether stopped purchasing the few snacks that I was buying. Maybe I'm going to include a few pictures of the ones that I was getting for her. But yeah, all in all, now currently our snacks include cut fruits and vegetables, some of the hummus, which is not homemade, and stuff like that. So I'm still living in Germany, and in summer, where it's the grilling season, she consumes more than what I would love to in terms of sausages. And also when we are anywhere like a zoo or any type of child entertainment park, the most of the foods that are proposed there are, you know, ultra processed ones. It was also interesting for me to see that the tea, well, she sees that Falco drinks sometimes some type of soft drinks. I almost never do. But she also was like asking for something with the color. So we started to give her a little bit of tea, cold tea, which we don't brew ourselves. So the first thing that I did after watching that video was like to rush to the refrigerator to check the ingredients list. I know that there is no added sugar labeled in front, but with all the greenwashing, or as she calls it, what did she call it? Health washing that is being done nowadays by the companies for all the food that you find on an aisle. I was curious what it all entailed. It looks pretty okay, but it still obviously has some aromas here and there at the end of the list, and also one concentrate that makes you question like if it's something that you could maybe substitute and do on your own. Anyhow, enough of that. You can do as much as you can do, but being informed, making conscious decision, and trying your best for your children would not really harm. I think similar to the storyline from my previous previous vlog. What I can say is that I grew up in a very relatively poor household. My parents would say mid-class because we still had roof over top of our head, we had meal always on the table, we got an education, we had our own flat in the capital, we got high education. So yeah, but in terms of like when it came to purchasing things, I remember that when I was small, buying sneakers, Mars, that was like new things on the aisle. I wanted it so badly, but my parents didn't really have means to purchase that, so that was it. They would almost never really buy it, except it was like big feast, as we know in Georgia. It was mainly what was cultivated either at home, even the poultry and I don't know, like little pigs and stuff like that, mostly were home grown, raised and home fed. I feel like that I am blessed in a way that I was grown and having rather healthy attitude to food that I hope I can give further to Leia as well. But let's see. I don't know how much you can see, but it's afternoon hour, post-work time, but I'm still wearing my pajamas below. I just put on the white t-shirt because I was having calls from 9 on, almost a whole forenoon, and I did not really have time to switch off my clothes. No one really sees me. That's the classic home office outfit that happens, right? Saying that, there is something new here that I wanted to share with you. I could not wait when it arrived yesterday and packed it out. I don't have the packaging because I already threw it away, but I have a new summer handbag, really different in terms of shape from the other one I have had since 2 years long. It has this sort of open V shape, similar to the Loewe summer crochet bags that I love really a lot, but this is like third of a price, and I always wanted to try something from Sezane, so that was really good starter for me. I already said it's from Sezane. I chose also this crochet different weaving. It was just 20 euro in addition to the normal standard one, so I decided to try this one out. What I love about this model is that you have the shoulder strap that comes obviously super handy when being out with a toddler, but you also have a handle for hand carrying it. If you are similar to my frame, you could also wear it just like that. Well, you can see that I have not really removed all of the tags still, but this one is definitely staying. That much I can assure you. It's really tricky to show you. And it also has little pouch with this leather straps that you can, pull together, and all your valuables are safe and secure that way. I don't know if it's different on the high-end designer handbags, but the only thing that has been a little bit bugging me at this moment is that when you want to use the little handles, the big ones are just hanging like that. If you try to pull them inside, that works sort of, but then you still have this little bits, showing. This is my new summer handbag that I'm very excited to wear. It's very soft, very emollient, also hugs the body exactly just how I love it. In addition to the handbag, they also sent this little carrier that I found so cute. Look at the details. This is great when you have to carry shopping, or like some vegetables from the market, or even for work when you have to carry your laptop. It's very cute. Very grateful for that, even though that was a little add-on to the handbag itself. If you're a recurrent viewer, you probably remember 2 vlogs ago when I showed you my little haul from the Outnet, and one of them contained this skirt from Toteme. Can you see it? Hope you do. It was together with the Wins black ballerinas that I kept and that I love like crazy, really. I have been wearing it non-stop. It's so comfortable. So the shoe was really great decision. And just coming back to the skirt topic, in the same line, I thought like, okay, that's a very good price for a Toteme skirt. It has interesting details like the side slit that you can see here. So I decided to bring it to my tailor and ask to cinch in on the sides. He tried it on and measured it and did the work. Falgo was the one who took it out yesterday, and even though it looks like well fitted right now, I have such a hard time putting it on. Quickly put you here to show you what I exactly mean. you guys, he cinched it on both sides and also preserved the pockets, which I can appreciate really a lot. But it's so tight that you can't even put your hands inside. So our outline of the pocket is there, but it's not very functional anymore. That's one thing. And another thing is that he had to pull in the waist area so much that right now with the zipper open fully, I have the hardest time to put it on or off. I feel like that it's gonna rip any minute, and that's not how it's supposed to be. I think what would solve it is to have a longer zipper or a longer cut where you can open up the skirt even, like wider. So I'm contemplating to bring it back to him once again. But other than that, I think it's a very lovely skirt, pretty formal, but with a little bit of heels, like I'm wearing right now with sandals or something like that. It would be even work appropriate. Maybe this handbag is a little too summery for it. Let me quickly check. I think even this would work. Create a little bit of contrast of having a bit of leisure moment with otherwise a formal skirt. What do you think? Let me know. But I think usually handbag like this would be a better fit. So yeah, that's that. We're in a little bit of hurry, so I need to head back down and help Falco with the lunch because time flies and he needs to pick up Leia in a few minutes' time. So Falco already prepared a very simple summer salad that I actually love with warm bread and a little bit of cheese. It's super simple, cucumber, tomatoes, some herbs, and then the magic ingredient in my eyes is the Georgian spicy. We have two versions of it. The first one is industrial one, and the second one here, as you can see, is the one that my sister-in-law's family prepared. So I am adding this one in addition. Falco is scared that it's going to be too much for him. And then we have good ciabatta and a little bit of cheese. Also talking about the ciabatta bread, like at my work there are few people who are baking their own sourdough bread themselves, and yeah, well, if you know me, I practically do nothing in the kitchen, so striving for doing an own bread would be, too big of a commitment for me. But same thing, I grew up in a household where we never purchased the bread. It was more financial topic. I had a really, really hard time once I moved to Germany to get used to the breads, and this is like the standard sliced bread, the only one that I found that I could, at all resonate to. But my work colleagues often bring their own type of pastry or cakes. And when you eat that, you can straight away appreciate the goodness or, how much better it tastes to the ones that you can purchase in the grocery store on an aisle. Good morning, you guys. It's another morning, early one. I got myself just prepared to head to the work. But before I do that, I quickly wanted to empty this little delivery from yesterday. And it is urgent right now to film because our housekeeper is coming later on. And finally, someone to clean our windows is coming as well. And usually, I don't know how it is in your countries, but here in Germany, surprisingly, the housekeepers, when they come, they only do the bare minimum of cleaning the surfaces, cleaning the bathrooms, and those surfaces that are being cleaned, as long as they are sort of empty and tidy. If there are things cluttered, they won't even move them from one corner to another to clean underneath. It's sort of a little, pressure, little push on yourself to tidy up and do the pre-work for them to come and do the rest. By the way, that's not how I know it from my country. House cleaners come and they clean thoroughly. They clean the lamps and they clean the windows and they clean the drawers and they clean and sort out the clutter. They also don't need that much of a direction because they come and they do whatever they see that needs to be done. Of course, you can give them, focus points, but yeah. It's definitely not like that here. Obviously, you have like time frame and you have to be realistic what can be done. But even within the time frame, sometimes my housekeeper gets done before and says like, oh, I'm leaving. And I come around and see the corners where the dust is still, gathered, and which I multiple times told him to vacuum clean. Anyhow, even though I should be on my way, it's only sensible for me to get rid of these things before he comes. First thing being hair heat thermal spray. You guys know that I only use Moroccan oil, but this one is exactly same size and was costing like half of it. It's by a brand called Red Can. I don't know if it was because of the discount, but I thought like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try and see if that works as well as the other one as well. You guys, I told you that I wanted to purchase something for my girlfriend, and I got the Dior Lip Addict Maximizer. This is sort of a sheer finish. Unfortunately, I can't swatch it because it's not mine. It's a gift. I need to wrap that, but I did not really, risk of getting something with color in case it would not fit to her. It has a little bit of coral shade, which goes well with her, being into, Asian cute looks. And another thing that I got for myself is this Buxom lip liner that I had initially. I love this one really a lot because it's such a beautiful nudie rosy color. And as a little gift, Douglas added a little face cleaning, pads. So that's that. I'm gonna quickly pack these things away and need to get going. Really need to quickly run out of the door, but wanted to show you my work outfit, which is this arcade skirt that I got when I was pregnant and then got it tailored. My new Sezane bag, and I also have the nude transparent Massimo Dutti shoes. I hope you can see that. This is the outfit. Good morning. It is another day. In fact, it is Saturday and we overslept. It's 11:30-ish and we're just starting to the Gardencenter. And this also with an intention of getting in some movement and tiring Leia a little bit, hopefully, because we both are really scared that today's nap can be pretty critical. I don't know, the weather is so bad. I don't even have words for this summer. I always complain that Hamburg has more than average precipitation, but this year has topped everything. I feel like that we have not really had like 10 days straight without the rain. Anyhow, what I'm wearing is also very, very pink driven, which is not usually the case. So I don't know. Here you can see. I don't know what to tell about that, but I'm at least matching with Leia's jacket. Let's catch up in the Gardencenter. Surprisingly, Leia fell asleep a lot earlier than we expected. I don't know what happened, if it's just the routine that she sleeps around 11:30, 12 o'clock-ish in the daycare, or if she was just awake in the morning when we were sleeping. But I think it worked in our favor because she's napping right now in the car. I'm in the garden center making notes for myself for all the plants that I like without being hurried and rushed. I can look at the descriptions, I can take my time, film a little bit for you as well. My goodness me, what are those? They look so interesting because of this color transition that they have on the tips. Very pretty. Here we have in front different sorts of apples, which I definitely want to have in our yard. But also they have cherry trees. You can see the fruit just here. And they also have this Zwetschgen, what is the word for it? Plums, sort of, which are an integral part of my childhood memories. We had 2 trees and, nothing compares to eating fruits directly from the tree. And I really, really want Leia to have somewhat similar experience. So a little off time in the flower paradise. You guys, I have 2 items that I unboxed and realized did not include in this video. So before I wrap it up, I want to quickly show it to you as well. The first one is the Polo Ralph Lauren kepi from the kids section. Leia has a lot of sun hats but did not have any kepi, so I thought this is gonna look very, very cute one with her all the summer outfits. And second item is from Massimo Dutti that just got delivered. I'm not gonna try this one on, but yeah, show it to you nonetheless. It is sheer layered cardigan that you can wear in summer or like, you know, in those chilly mornings and evenings. I think because Leia is hereby, you can probably hear her. I'm not gonna stretch any longer, but rather wrap it up and include a try-on of this one in the next vlog, together with the large fashion haul that I'm expecting from the outlet. So if you're into fashion content, stay tuned. The next one's gonna be exciting in that regard. Obviously, I want to thank you dearly for taking your time and watching my vlogs. You know that I truthfully appreciate every single one of you for your time and for your engagement on my content as well. Have a great week ahead, and I'm gonna see you on my next one.